And welcome to another night of Talking Tactical Podcast. Oh shit, I got sound on. That's gonna suck a lot in the reverb later. I normally catch that. Actually, you guys might not have heard that because my desktop audio is muted, so I don't do that again. All right, so guys, welcome to a night Talking Tactical Podcast. Once again, you guys got me, Tyler here. You will hear that because I didn't turn my video down. There we go. So tonight, unfortunately, co-hosts weren't able to make it. I had a couple attempted. Life totally got in the way. So you guys got me again, all to yourselves. So yay! That's the second. I was gonna. There you go. Let's turn on my mic a little bit. There we go. All right, so I thought I'd do a little bit of a fun show tonight. I'm going to kind of go through some old pictures that I found. And then later on in the show, pick up some viewers. We're going to go tour some pretty cool gear I've seen actually online lately that I think would be a lot of fun to check out. So hopefully you guys will check out the items, and yeah, it should be a pretty good show. So I'm going to be bringing up some slideshows, going through my old setups, more gear pictures than necessarily me in action shots. Just reason being, it's what I had. Slowly getting out more and more where apparently photographers do like to hang out and snap a couple pictures of me. So it's all good there. I just realized I haven't actually transitioned to my own screen. Wow, that's bad. You guys saw the loading logo there for way too long. Oh dear. All right, sorry about that, guys, but here we are. I'm ready to go. All right. All right, so we're going to start off with some solo old pictures. So, unfortunately, one of the photos is a little bit crooked to the side. I still love it, though. Original photo when I got back into paintball. So my history, of course, has been I've been playing since high school. I quit when I went to college, or didn't really quit because everything was still around. I just wasn't playing as often. So I transitioned out of doing that. Found the gear, wanted to go out for my wedding. So fortunately, bachelor party didn't make it out. So then afterwards, when I was married and everything, I did get back into the sport. Have been playing it for the past 5 years now. Really enjoying it, getting more and more involved every year it seems. So yeah, hopefully the transition pictures here will make sense. And yes, I used to be a speedballer. I'm just going to break that ice before we get started too far into it. So, I'm going to be talking about a bunch of the gear I got, evolutions. The one major theme you might notice is I go through masks a lot. And I mean a lot. I've run through pretty much every mask on the market. I think there's just some pictures I didn't grab. Like I had started with I4s, went to grills, got KLRs after that, went back to my grills, and then I've now recently started to use the Vio. Absolutely love them. So again, something we might transition to later on in the show is I'm gonna look at some of the cool gear that I've noticed out and around on the web recently. All right, so without further ado, let's go into that good old embarrassing photos that we can, right? All right, so I kind of caught it like halfway through here. That's a little bit boring, but so this was actually from this year. I do run a Condor vest normally, and I do play MagFed primarily. I will switch to Speedball when I need to, though. Usually for big games only, and ones where playing MagFed is more of a disadvantage than an advantage. Any pictures with me in like I4s and stuff is early on. Waiting for that good picture to start. I'm wondering if that's on random now. No, it's not. It's supposed to be chronological. There we go. There's the original picture. Like I said, a little bit crooked there. Actually, you know what? I am going to transition that a little differently. One sec here, guys. Thank you very much for putting up with a little bit of tech here. All right. So how about Black Friday sales? Anyone get anything good, interesting? Throw your comments in the video in the chat below. And I know I have some fun things to show away later that I actually managed to get. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that as well. Let's see here. Doesn't want to pick that one up. Trying to bring it up so I got a slideshow to show you guys instead of just the other ways of doing it. Let's see. No, it's not going to want to do it. That sucks. All right. We'll throw up the slideshow here, and then yeah, unfortunately it will be a little bit scattered around. So I actually started off with a mechanical marker, good old Piranha actually, which I did enjoy quite a bit. I then transitioned to the speedball market. I got a crossover and eventually went all the way up to a DM12, and I really enjoyed it actually. Some of the like ways of playing the game is always best if you start with one, like, don't just limit yourself to one style of paintball, do it all. I learned a lot from playing speedball and then moving on to tactical stuff as well, so I can see both sides and I can anticipate both players fairly well nowadays. So that's one big thing I would say to everybody is don't just limit yourself to the style that you prefer, play everything, and then you can learn about it. So yeah, I moved on from doing that to I got a M17 the winter that it came out. Loved that. That's actually what got me into MagFed paintball. Transitioned now to the Didam, which is an amazing marker. May take a quick break and actually show off some gear. After that, I've gotten a box rotor. I play with my hoppers and stuff, but I think my heart was always in limited paint. It raised the game to a different level, but speedball I have a lot of respect for. Those guys play a different type of game. Instead of it being that you have a large field to move around, get to where you need to, and more tactics actually involved in a big game versus a speedball match, simply because speedball games are faster. Another example, which of course is the Canadian one, when I talk to friends about it, I say speedball is like when you go and play hockey and you play it in a arena format. Like there's the referees, you have everyone has their full set of gear, you do all of that, and then you go and play woods ball or walk on, and that's shinny. Everyone's got a stick and everyone's got glove and skates, but some people come fully dressed, some people not as much. It's more about having fun than it is what's the score, who's winning, and the ref made a bad call, so I lost. So there's all of those kind of transitions with it. So yeah, that's kind of the loadout. Unfortunately, I was hoping to get a little bit more of a back and forth. Another thing too is the patch collection, which is definitely where we were going to be going later on, is patch panel. I've actually slowly started to move away from the gear build up and collection and moved now on to collecting patches themselves, which has been a lot of fun. A lot of themes have come out with those things that I really appreciate, all of that. There's the speedball set up there right now. I love that marker. I actually traded that entire set that you just saw there for my Didam. Completely traded it out. The Didam did not have a working board at the time, so that sucked, but I got a box rotor because at the time the box rotor came with a new board because I had to sync to the box rotor. So I took it into a pro shop, I ordered a board in, they said, well, we need a board for another fix, so do you want to get the box rotor and we'll throw in the well, you get the board, we'll like take off what you paid towards the board you have now, and like I got a discount and stuff like that off of it. So that was amazing. So that's actually probably the main reason why I got my box rotor. And then my grills, my dreads are, I love those. I will very rarely play games without my dreads on. The times that I do are generally it's a little bit hot, or I'm going to be just the cumbersomeness of having to throw them on and off. So if I'm hosting games or on and off the field a whole bunch for some reason, I won't necessarily play with my dreads just for the lightness, and that's where the beanie comes in. All Armadillo. Absolutely love it. The beanie is actually amazing because it is a little bit like squishier in the back, like it can go quite a bit high up, but just protects the back of your head that much better. But those dreads, I don't know how many times I've had bounces come off of those so well. And even speedball, like I'd go on the speedball field and I had those on, and people would always be like, "Oh man, scenario gear on the speedball field," and I did not care at all. The other thing too is my Schmog neck scarf. I will never walk a game on without one of those. I've walked away with way too bad at hickeys. I've walked away with literally paintballs. I've taken them out of my neck fully whole, and I would have rammed my jugular with it. So yeah, that's my importance of gear, the evolution. You can kind of see it going from speedball there. Yeah, snake player. So let's move on to a little bit of gear finding here. So I'm going to pull up something first because they just kind of announced it. Transition back there. I want to see if I can grab these because they said they were going live tonight, and I absolutely love them. So let me see here. So it's on Patch Panel. They just announced it on their Instagram, actually, that they were doing it. But there we go. Transition and bring this up. So not sure. No, I do not want to subscribe right now. I am already a subscriber. So how cool are those patches? Hopefully you guys can see those quite well in the stream. I love that Rogue One patches here. So these are right now, they're on the Patch Panel, $40. I don't know. Maybe you can get free shipping out of it when you find some other ones. But that's been my thing. I just found these today. These are like, I absolutely love them. But some of the other gear that I've been looking into. So I'm gonna take you guys to a bit of a dirty website, I think, for some paintballers, but something that you should actually consider. Now, this is a Canadian site, so I am using that as it. But I know I'm typing the bad words right now, aren't I? For those that can't see, it's the Airsoft Depot. So something I found a lot in paintball is that scenario players get charged a lot. We do have maybe deeper pockets because we're saving a decent amount on our paint because we're only running MagFed and stuff. But one thing I found is clothing is so expensive in compared to other places. Whereas I found that when you come to places like this, like the Airsoft Depot, sometimes it is expensive, don't get me wrong. It is sometimes very expensive, but you have a more wide selection of outfits. You can actually get like decent pants, shirts, other gear and stuff like that. So something definitely to consider, like in the evolution, if you're getting friends into it, same as that. And then the biggest one though is going to be this tab right here. Communication. Hugely important on the paintball field, but being able to actually get headsets, something like this. Now, a little bit large, but I do know quite a few players who run something like this on their i4s. Like, walk into a paintball store and tell me where you're going to grab that. It might be a little bit different in the US, but up here in Canada, just with the ability in the GTA regions, I've had a hard time trying to find communication devices up here. I did recently pick up a mic headset now that I'm really excited about using. Just a push to talk, very simple. I'll clip it onto my bandolier and have my walkie-talkie with it. So I'm really excited to use those this year. and that's my big in like part that I'm going through right now. Now, something else that some people know about and some people don't, and I really love to get a little bit of exposure for this, is the paintball tailor. So this is someone who actually will make your custom gear. And some of the things that she's come up with is pretty freaking cool, and I have seriously considered them. There we go. So for all the pistol players out there wondering, hey, what's the light load that I can do? I would check out these. Throw in your mags on your actual wrists. I thought that was a super cool thing to see. Also, bandoliers. Now, I know there are a lot of guys out there who are like, no, give me my vest, give me my maximum space. And I get it to an extent, but this has been my temptation for most of 2016 and probably most of 2017, is get a bandolier, get a lightweight design, hit that field faster, lighter, and with more mobility. There was one other piece in here that I had seen recently that I really, really liked. Oh, here's another one too. Actual 13-inch cubic tanks covers for all of us out there who are just running pistols and don't want to have to carry on like that giant tank on your back. I actually have a battle belt that I have taken my horizontal tank pouch and just wrapped super tight onto it. But yeah, highly definitely mention checking her out. Paintball Tailor on Facebook. Just search it and you'll find it. She will make custom orders. Pricing is awesome, and when you can get something where like you get a rig to your size and specifications that you want, nothing could be better than that. And Justin Nate's in the chat right now. He's saying use the code Jester Says to save 10% at the Paintball Tailor. So there you go. Definitely check that out. Now something else actually that we're going to be seeing is there's the Canadian Paintball Expo in January. Highly recommend checking that out. I'm going to be hitting that up on the Saturday. I'm going to be making the trip over to Brockville. Also, for those in the Toronto region, there is the MagFed League. You can find us on Facebook. Check out that as well. And just that way we can get some more guys in the GTA region. It's indoor, MagFed only players. Let's get these guys. Sorry, it's getting it pulled up right here, but you guys don't really want to see all of my all my friends posting about their meals of the day. Where's that group hiding right now? This is what sucks when you actually organize your groups and then you forget how you organize them. There we go. Alright, so this is the GTA MagFed League. Definitely give it a like. I believe they've posted up some pictures of some of their recent events. Good group, great group to go out with. In the next league, next night is when is the next event? Not this Sunday, I believe. Next. So here we go. Actually, here's everything. So there was one game today. I was not able to make it. I had a family commitment. The next one is Sunday, December 18th. More coming up, usually about every other Sunday. So totally check them out. To give you an idea, I don't think it was the first, but I don't think it was the final. Yeah, it was event number 3, March 6, 2016. That is how many MagFed only players in the GTA came on at Sergeant Splatters, and we had a great time there. So highly recommend checking him out. George from the Die Damn group started off the organization. It's only growing now. The winter is officially settling in here in Canada, so we're probably going to see it get more and more busy, so that'll be a lot of fun to check it out. So if you're going to be in the area, just check it out on Facebook. The events are open, savings on there, pricing is there. I'm not going to go over it just in case it were to change, But yeah, totally check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. That's where I'm going to try and hit up about as much as I can in the coming year. There was another spot I really wanted to show you guys tonight. Not Armadillo, because that's well known. No, I think it's gone. I think I have totally forgotten what that other idea was. Because that's always impressive when you haven't had a lot of coffee or caffeine for the day, is when you've completely gapped out. All right, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to grab you guys some other things to check out, a little bit of my custom gear, talk about it a little bit, and I will be right back, so stay tuned. All right, and I'm back after a quick little visit to the gear spot. As you might have guessed, that's actually directly behind me. So one thing I wanted to show you guys was some preferences that I have for one of my markers. So I play the front a lot when I play paintball. My gears evolve now to the point where that's actually what everything on my marker is designed for. So this is my primary, my Didam. Yes, has the custom print on there. So this is my gaming name that I've actually put on it. Avent. It has a Latin saying, which is Durum Petitiana Frango, which means I can overcome anything with patience. So something important to me. I am bad at rushing around, so definitely important to me to remember to slow down. It's also a family saying that I have in my family, so that's why I put it on there. So the first thing that I did with this that was really important to me was I cut the shroud off. So this is actually a single Didam shroud. There's usually a second one. So this times 2. So you'd be looking at about this length. Now, this is just the back barrel that I haven't taken out yet. The other thing too is the Didam comes with a grip. That is the angled foregrip. So if you go to hold it, you'd be holding it, bad angle there because my marker's there, but you'd be holding it very much like this. A lot of people love it. For myself, absolutely hated it. I had this marker for 2 months. I was saying that this was the worst decision I ever made. I got it. It was a bad idea. What did I do? I put this on it. I had this on my M17. It does hold like a speedball marker. I found it on Milsig, and I picked it up at Ripple. So when I put my marker on like this, and I can just have so much pressure, I'm actually squeezing it quite a decent amount right now. Like I can have the pressure there and then just hold it nice and tight. I found making my corners is huge. And then the other thing too is it does have the removable part for if you put a flashlight or stuff like in there, which I have done. I'm not going to grab it out right now. But yeah, so I've made this marker a lot more my own. I did used to have the Aaron stock here. Now this is where I was also bringing up my marker for. So I used to have the Aaron stock that is a modification with the Didam. A little bit of a good chunk to it, but I double threaded a barrel on it this year at Wasaga. The rag on that tank is gone. I can't use it anymore. I have since switched back to the standard air through grip, model, which is very similar on X7s and stuff like that. But I was convinced that I needed that modification to be able to use my dam as a true MagFed player. I'm like, I'll throw my 48 on my back and I'll run a remote line. But man, I wish I was that guy running around with just a marker in his hands and stuff like that. And this past weekend I went to DEF CON, played indoor. I had a 14-inch tank on my grip, single mags in here, and I wrote it up on the Didam owners group, but I found that I love that style. The marker was still light. I had a great way of switching it into my hand. I realized that instead of taking the time to try and use my current setup to do what I wanted, which was make it light, make it fast, I looked more at modifications. I looked at what I didn't have and assumed that's what I needed. So something I really stress to players is take the time, find the gear you have, modify it to do what you want, see if you actually like it, and then spend the money on the modifications. I'm sorry, Alexander, that you're jealous of the Didam. This is definitely, this is my baby. This took me 2 years actually to get, where I traded bits and bytes in order to get it. So definitely something into consideration for those. The used market for them is great. They do hold up amazingly well. Stupid easy to clean too. If I go into a bad game where I just want to had a bad time, the bolt will come out here similar to a speedball marker. What do I? And all I have to do is run a squeegee through that, wipe down the bolt, redo it, and I technically have my marker back up and running. The slide switch on them is nice, but not the biggest thing. And that's one thing I'll say with the Didam. A lot of people consider them to be only heavy gunner markers, but that's not how I run it. I run it MagFed. I run it with the big paint if I want to, but I don't have to just do that style, and that makes the world of a difference for me. So that's there. Yeah, so I was saying, like, he loves his Paradigm. So that's a great example too. Like Paradigm, that could be a CQC marker, that can be a long range marker. I'm not sure if it's applicable, Alexander, but like I'd say to you is like, yeah, like try it out as a sniper, then try it out as a like mid range, but don't go and drop $200 on a barrel for your sniper set. Just do a decent sniper set and realize if it's the playstyle you like or not. So my next thing, and this was my big Black Friday actually sale, I am going to try and pull them up on the website in case anyone else does want to grab one. It's got a bit of an unboxing for you actually. It is the Baofeng walkie-talkies. So this is our big thing this year. I really wanted to get one of these radios. So they are quite expensive online, and yeah, that is nice and crinkly actually. So this is what I picked up. So I have the standard walkie-talkie, and then the really big thing, and don't worry, it does come bagged. I just undid mine, but I got a earpiece with it, and then the push-to-talk mic. So I'm just going to throw this in my Schmog, use the push-to-talk on it, and have an earpiece. Because one thing that a lot of people who first want to get a walkie-talkie is that they have to go in and they don't want the sound coming out of their vest and stuff like that. So a headset can be the biggest thing in getting one. And I do not recommend getting them from Canadian Tire, Walmart, stuff like that. Like, don't get the cheap set. Take the time, spend the extra money. It's just not worth it. But that being said, I actually found another example of what I said earlier. When you go to Airsoft Depot and stuff like that to get your gear, because you'd be amazed what you can find in the sites that have everything but not everything at the same time. Which is this one again? Of course you're not going to have my search engine. 1 second, I'm going to grab this chat. Because I actually split with a friend on one of these. So that entire set you just saw there cost me $34 Canadian, by the way. I just have to find my link for it. Just be a second here. There we go. So these are the Baofeng UV5R marker. Oh, looks like they've actually been removed from the website. Interesting. All right, so there was another section I was going to go to because there's a really cool mask coming out, and I think you guys should definitely have a chance to check it out. So this is the new Push paintball mask. So pretty cool. Reminds me a lot, actually, when I first saw it. I wasn't sure, but reminds me a lot of the Eves, the new Empire mask. The reason being is that there's not as much ventilation here on the side, just here on the front. But definitely super cool looking masks, I should say. Really excited for that. But the one that I am actually really happy for is this one. So if you have friends or other people who are looking to get into paintball for the first time, there's actually a really great entry-level mask with a high-end lens that just came out. And there it is, right at the very beginning, is the new Virtue Ascend. So I've actually sold 3 of these to friends, not like sold them, but sold them on it. So they're 117 Canadian. So you're looking at like 80, 90 bucks US for this. They do come in the olive and they come in the FDE, like the brown. But what people I don't think actually realized about these when they came in is the lens is the same as the Vaio. So my Vaios that I have, you would have the same quality lens, you have the same color options and all of that. So definitely something to check out. So that's kind of my talk on old gear to new gear to gear that's out there. Maybe some shopping that could help you guys out. I hope you did enjoy checking out some of those sites that I certainly enjoy to look at. And if you ever have a question or anything else, definitely reach out to me. I'm always on Facebook. You can message me through the Talking Tactical podcast page. Definitely more content coming in January, so I do hope you guys will stick around, check that out. We are working on bringing in some more co-hosts right now, just with it being the December season. People are very busy. Also looking to get a little bit more of get-togethers, expect more content come January, just on the page, snapshots, things like that. So yeah, lots more to come, and thank you all for checking out the show. Hope you have a great evening, and I hope that I will see you on the field.